we have given the function f of x is equal to -1 plus 4x plus 4 times e to the power x, and our goal is to find the derivative of this function with respect to x. So that means we need to find what is f prime of x. So how to find the derivative of this? So as you know that there are sum of three different functions. One is -1, another is 4x, another is 4 times e to the power x. So because of the sum rule, then we can just find the derivative of those term by term and then just add them together. So if that is the case, to find the derivative of these, what we can just do is find the derivative of -1 with respect to x plus find the derivative of 4x with respect to x plus find the derivative of 4 times e to the power x. So what is the derivative of -1? -1 is a constant, right? So the derivative of the constant function by the constant rule will be 0. So if that is the case, the derivative of -1 with respect to x is 0. In the similar way, how to find the derivative of 4 times x? 4 is a constant times x, right? So we can use the constant multiple rule, which is leave the constant as it is, multiply by derivative of x with respect to x, which is 1. So 4 times 1 is 4 is the derivative of 4x. In the similar way, our goal is to find the derivative of 4 times e to the power x. How to find that? We know we have the constant of 4 is a constant multiplied by e to the power x, so we can again use the constant multiple rule, which is leave the constant as it is, multiply by derivative of e to the power x, and we have the formula to find the derivative of e to the power x, which is derivative of e to the power x is just e to the power x. So if that is the case, we can write down the derivative of e to the power x. So when we do that, now our derivative we have already figured out, but if you want to simplify this, we can simplify this as 0. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 0, 4 plus 4 times 1 is 4, 4 plus 0 is 4, right? So 4 plus 4 times e to the power x is the derivative of the given function. So this is the derivative. We have given the function f of x is equal to -10 times ln of x plus 9x square minus 3, and our goal is to find the derivative of this with respect to x. So we need to find what is f prime of x. So how to find the derivative of f? So we can see here the function is given here as -10 times ln x, right? So this function added with 9x square and then subtracted with 3. So we can use here sum and difference rule. So how to do that? We just need to differentiate term by term. So let's differentiate -10 times ln x with respect to x plus let's differentiate 9x square with respect to x, and then let's differentiate 3 with respect to x. So how to find the derivative of -10 times ln x? We know that -10 is multiplied with 10x, so by the constant multiple rule we can take the constant out, multiply by the derivative of ln x. And what is the derivative of ln x? We have learned, we know that the formula to find the derivative of ln x is 1 over x. So if that is the case, we can use that formula here. So derivative of ln x is 1 over x. In the similar way, let's find the derivative of the second term. Here also 9 is multiplied with x square, so we can use the constant multiple rule, which is leave the constant as it is, multiply by derivative of x square. And how to find the derivative of x square? By using the power rule, which is bring the power down, which is 2, write down the x as it is, subtract the power by 1, so 2 minus 1 is 1, so just 2x is the derivative of x square, minus derivative of 3 is a constant, so by the constant rule derivative of the 3 must be 0. Alright, so this is the derivative of the given function. If you want to rewrite this can be written as negative 10 divided by x, right, plus 9 times 2 will be 18x. So this is the derivative of the given function. We have given y equal to 15 to the power x plus e to the power 5 is the function, and our goal is to find the derivative of y with respect to x for this given y. How do we do that? Since we have the sum of two functions, so we can use the sum rule, which is differentiate term by term. So let's differentiate 15 to the power x with respect to x plus find the derivative of e to the power 5 with respect to x. Right? So how to find the derivative of 15 to the power x? We have the formula here. If you have b to the power x, then the derivative of this general exponential function will be b to the power x as it is multiplied by ln of b. So this is the formula we can use to find the derivative of 15 to the power x. So let's apply the formula. So on the formula we have b to the power x, so then write down 15 to the power x, right, times ln of b. So the base of this general exponential function is 15, so on that case I can just write down ln of 15 plus how to find the derivative of e to the power 5. Do we use the derivative of the exponential function rule? No. Why? Because e to the power 5 is actually just a constant. So if that is just a constant, then the derivative of the constant is just 0. So just write down 0 then. So if that is the case, then the derivative of the given function is 15 to the power x times ln of 15. And this is the derivative of the given function. Y is equal to 6 times ln of x plus 3 times log to the base 6 of x. So this is the given function, right? And then our goal is to find the derivative of y with respect to x. And how do we find that? We have the sum of these two functions, 6 times ln x and 3 times log to the base 6 of x. So by using the sum rule, we can find the derivative term by term. So let's just find the derivative of 6 times ln x plus let's find the derivative of 3 times log to the base 6 of x. So how to find the derivative of 6 times ln x? 6 multiply with ln of x, right? So that's why we can use the rule. What is that rule? We can use the constant multiple rule. So the constant multiple rule says leave the constant as it is. So leave the 6 as it is, multiply by the derivative of ln x, and we know the formula that the derivative of ln of x is actually equal to 1 over x. So if that is the case, let's write down the derivative. So 6 times 1 over x is the derivative of the 6 ln x. Plus, in the same way, since we have 3 multiply with log to the base 6 of x, so what we can just do is use the constant multiple rule. So leave the constant as it is, multiply by the derivative of log to the base 6x. How to find that? The derivative of log to the base 6x. We know that the derivative of log to the base b of x is actually equal to 1 over ln of b times 1 over x. So this is the formula we have. So we can use that formula to find the derivative of log to the base 6 of x. So the derivative of 3 times log to the base 6 of x will be 3 times 1 over ln b. So ln, instead of b, what is the base of the logarithmic function? 6. So write down ln 6 then, right? And then times 1 over x, and just write down 1 over x. And this is the derivative of log to the base 6 of x. And now to find the derivative of the, we have already figured out the derivative of the y with respect to x. We just need to simplify. So let's simplify the first term, which is derivative of 6 times 1 over x is just 6 over x, right? And how can we simplify this? That can be written as 3 times 1 times 1 on the numerator will be just 3 divided by x times ln of 6. And this is the derivative of this given function, 6 times ln x plus 3 times log to the base 6 of x.